the offense is starting to come around now, too, for him.
Well, he always had a great touch, but a typical freshman. I'm not sure. Do I shoot here? Do I pass? That kind of thing. And they went to him in the second Utah game saying, listen, you got to be more productive. You can't allow those big men of Utah to just hang in the middle. And all of a sudden, I think what happened was a light bulb went on. Oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. And he's been doing it pretty well. Strong, athletic. He can create his own offense off the dribble. He's powerful. He gets to the free throw line, but he can also pull up and hit that medium-range jump shot.
Billy White coming off of his best game of the year, coming off of an ankle injury, about to 100% as well. DJ Gay has done a great job filling in for the departed Richie Williams, running the point guard. For the TCU Horned Frogs, Nico Cherna has really been a pleasant surprise. First it was just defensively, now it's offensively, and Ronnie Moss, both ends of the floor, is going to get it done.
Leads this league in assists. He's smart. He sees the floor. He gets the ball to the open man. He delivers it at the right time to the right person. And I tell you what, he's fourth in the country as well, but he can also knock down that medium-range shot, and he's dynamite taking the ball to the bucket.
Well, you're always dynamite with those Dodge keys to the game, Donewald. You like that alliteration?
Yeah, listen, not bad. I'll tell you what, you start with TCU, and their zone defense really created problems the last time. Aztecs have got to handle it better. And then they've got to do a better job of knocking down their free throws. And then for TCU, board play. Aztecs are dynamite there. They got to keep them off the board. And lastly, too many turnovers first time. They got to do a better job of handling the ball.
Welcome inside here, the Daniel Meyer Coliseum, along with Bob Donewald. I'm Dan Gutowski, and let's talk for BYU about Jonathan Tavernari. A great season coming to a close. He definitely has a sense of urgency now for BYU.
Oh, without question. Now, remember, he comes off the bench. He's averaging double figures. He's one of those youngsters that's kind of streaky. He can shoot you in it or shoot you out of it in a hurry, but he's very, very competitive, and next week is really important to him.
So your coach Fisher and your coach Langley, what do you say to the guys in the locker room at half?
Well, I think if you're Coach Fisher, you got to talk about defensively. This is why we're ahead. We got to keep pressure on them. You got to don't let them get back in the ball game, because he'll remind them, fellas, we were 17 points ahead last year, and we ended up getting beat. So you got to hammer that. And if you're Coach Langley, what you got to say is, fellas, we got to take care of the ball better. There's got to be better movement. Let's get some screens for Jackson, get him going to the basket, and we've got to score down some score some down inside. Now they got to double up once he puts it on the deck. See, they're just too good down in there. I mean, Thomas, wow. Jump hook, either shoulder, quick, athletic. Bullion just can't guard him down in it. He's got to get some help. Make the Aztecs throw the ball back out on top. Bullion's the one open clear over here, but that's who the Aztecs want to handle the ball. They don't want Tuffy to do it. You'd have to really change roles in order to get Tuffy in a position where he can handle the ball. So the press is effective. That's where he should have been a long time ago. He's got a great left-handed hook right there.
Too many missed shots in the paint as Cherna misses another one. Remember, against BYU on the road in Provo, they were only 16 of 37 from the paint. And they've struggled here tonight. Cherna missing a few of.
Well, the difference is 40-12. I mean, it's clearly one-sided. TCU has not been able to control the inside game of San Diego State. And every time San Diego State goes to it, they either get to the line or they get something easy. Dan, and what you'll see against a man-to-man, what you'll see the Frogs do is open the post up, a lot of screening away from it. Different players will get into the post. Cherna will screen, post, get out of the post, and he was really down in there.
Oh, there's your TCU highlight. Cherna strong in the paint. And they get on the board.
He was really good the other night against CSU, Colorado State. He had a great first half and finally wore down.
They slip it inside to Brandon Davies. The TCU foul goes against Garlon Green.
See, screen and then posted down in there. We don't see him do the screening, but he was screening first and then just wheeled and then went right down inside to him. Davies is the counterpart. He'll hang around the basket. He's more of a low post player. 15 feet about as far out as he can do anything.
And if you're Jimmer watching, Mr. Fredette has not had a shot yet. But again, that doesn't really faze BYU too much with what they want to do offensively.
No, that's true. They're trying to get involved in the transition game. Emery's got them involved. Emery and Verdette are the two leaders on this basketball team, and they'll do most of the shooting. In fact, 70% of the three-point shots taken come from those two young men.
They go back for Sherna. They bring it out. And Greg Hill on the miss. Ball tapped. It's a BYU takeaway.
Buell can powerful get down inside, but he's also a good enough ball handler. He can handle the ball really well.
Here's Fredette. And good defense on him. That's J.R. Cadett.
Cadett is big and athletic, and it'll be interesting to see how Fredette really handles that young man that's a little bit bigger than him that can get up and put pressure on his shot.
And again, BYU, that sizable lead here early as TCU has the basketball.
A lot of staggered screens away from the ball for TCU.
Thorns, that was a nice flip up with the right hand from the left side.
Yeah, I tell you what, Thorns is at his best when he can take the ball, drive it to the basket, and create offense for himself or his teammates.
Emery gets clean, but he gets it blocked.
Yeah, it was a good shot fake, and then Fields came over there and made a heck of a play in getting a piece of that thing. I like the energy. I like the concentration of TCU.
Thorns misses that one, and Hartsock on the BYU rebound. Jimmer gets a lane and gets the floater. Jimmer's on the board.
Used a good change of pace to explode and go by the defensive man. And you got to play him head up because he can go either way so well.
Remember when TCU played at BYU earlier this year, Ronnie Moss was playing, and he had 27 points against the Cougars. They don't have him in this game, and that's going to be a big problem for Jim Christian as TCU puts up another miss.
And I said in the open, both teams will shoot the three ball. I think that they're going a little too quick. The Frogs, they got to be careful they don't try to outshoot BYU. They got to play at their tempo and their pace.
Fredette missed his first jumper. Now Cadett. Oh man, some serious ups.
Yeah, but it was all started by Thorns. That little juke drove the baseline. The defense got caught up in him, and then boom, your athlete just exploded the basket, and Cadett just jammed it.